What's up, guys? Welcome to your bonus video for the week, where you might have seen some cool commercials on TBS about this show called King of the Nerds, and you may have recognized a few faces on there, me being one of them.
Victory tastes good.
So I'm actually here with some of the cast members of the show to kind of talk about ourselves a little bit and then talk about the show a little bit and kind of just give a fun little behind-the-scenes insight of what you guys can expect from the rest of the season of King of the Nerds, because it's awesome!
Because why not, right?
Yeah, first we have Ivan here. We got Ivan, we have Genevieve, and we have Danielle, which you guys might actually recognize from other YouTube videos as Trade Chats. Starting with Ivan, tell us about yourself. Who are you? What makes you you?
What makes me me? Well, I am Ivan.
Ivan,
and they have been proclaiming me as the Dragon Guy a little bit on TBS and a couple of other roundabouts, but I'm a pen and paper developer. I'm a gamer, but I'm an old school analog type of guy. I've been doing role-playing for years, and I make role-playing games.
Yeah, one of your games that you made, you introduced me to the zombie one, which is called
Outbreak Undead.
Which was so much fun to play, because we actually got to play as ourselves in the game.
Which is kind of the fun part of it, because it allows you to do any type of zombie apocalypse scenario, and you get to play yourself as a character.
Which now, if you ever wondered, like, would I survive a zombie apocalypse? This
find
game
out.
lets you know.
We actually like to say your zombie survival plan will fail because nobody's tested it yet.
Except for mine. Mine worked. Mine worked. Have you made or created any other games since then? Or?
Yeah, that's funny that you should mention that, Mr. Jovenshire. We have a game coming out called Game!
I love games
Most
so much.
popular game in all Mother Russia, not really. Danielle, I have your hat here. This pink for Trade Chats.
Yeah. Okay.
That is Game.
Yes.
Yeah! So Game, it is a social collective of gaming drinkers. People who like to drink and who like to play games.
Nice.
And it is essentially roll dice, make up rules, and drink. You get little challenge coins with it, and you essentially become of a huge gamer collective of drinking.
But yeah, that was
so game
a
is
lot
good,
of fun.
And games rules do not belong to you; they belong to people. So that is what we do.
Most popular game, all Mother Russia, not really.
Not really. No. So.
And Genevieve, how about you?
Well, I'm a writer. I love superhero stories, so my specialty is writing books with kick-ass superhero heroines. So if you're into like lots of action and adventure and fun stuff.
You have a book with your name on it. That's so awesome. I'm so glad
I
to
know,
see that.
it kind of exhibits how much free time I have on my hands. I mean, so this is like Revelation Song of the Silver Tongue, book 1. The second book's out as well, but I've been writing since I was 6, but one of my favorite things is that I really started writing when I was 14, and I was doing Star Wars and horse crossover fan fiction, because if there's one thing 14-year-old girls like more than Star Wars, it's horses.
Yeah, Star Wars and horses.
So what was it called?
Hoof Horse.
Yes!
Jeez.
But
How silly.
that's
Was there a bounty hunter horse named Mare Fett?
okay, I am going to say there was a bounty hunter involved. It was not a horse. But
So his name was not Mare Fett.
no, his name
Okay.
is Kale. And
Kale.
I'm already remembering way too much of
so
it. So
Danielle, you have your YouTube channel. It's Trade Chat, right? Yep.
I do, that's true. I'm very accessible on the internet. All my internets are Trade Chat.
And what do you do on your YouTube channel?
The majority of my content is about World of Warcraft or League of Legends. I make recaps for wowinsider.com as well as surrenderat20.net. I also sometimes do some in-game footage. I like to do videos about the transmogrification feature in World of Warcraft. I vlog fairly often, and the vlogs are sort of like ADD caffeinated.
So what you're saying is that you play a few video games here and there. You play a little bit of video games, huh?
Oh, no, what's a video game?
Yeah, not at all, right?
We all didn't come into this with some desire to either play games or do incredibly, terribly nerdy things, right?
And as you guys know, watch me, I'm into the whole comic book scene. I kind of do some stuff with video games here and there, so it felt like a good fit. But let's actually move into the first question for all three of you guys.
Sure.
Why did you want to do the show? What had you most excited to do the show? Ivan, we'll start with you on that one.
Well, it's funny because they actually grabbed me way back when I was actually at a job interview at Games Workshop. believe it or not. And 2 people walked in who had two really.
My brother used to work at Games Workshop.
Really?
So.
Yeah.
Sorry,
It was the only retail job I was willing to do, because it was models and I loved their titles, and that's how I got into miniature wargaming. But at the same time, when I was doing this interview, these 2 smoking hot girls had no business being in this store because they just looked like they came straight out of Neiman Marcus. Came by and just handed me a flyer, and
They have okay.
Okay, yeah, sure. And that's just eventually how it came down. I initially was a little skeptical because I didn't really know exactly what it was about. But then learning that Robert Carradine and Curtis were involved.
Bobby, that's amazing. How do you do that with your voice?
I don't know. It just happened.
It was like, and the way they described it and the way they said it's an uplifting of this wonderful time that we're in, where everyone's starting to enjoy these hobbies and everyone's embracing themselves and going into awesome nerdy things. It felt good.
Yeah. Awesome. How about you, Genevieve? Why did you want to do the show?
Well, as I mentioned, I'm a writer. So growing up, I spent a lot of time indoors, and my life has been, I'm going to be honest, it's been a little bit boring. Like, I always live vicariously through my stories and my characters. And I was between books, and my husband saw the ad on Kotaku, and he's like, you're the nerdiest person I know. You should go out for this. And I thought, why not? It seemed like a really fun, crazy life experience. And I've never gotten to travel or do anything wild like that. So I was like, go for it. Let's just see what happens. You never know.
And the prize they offer too is a lot of opportunities that you can bring out together with that type of prize money as well.
I mean,
so it didn't suck.
Not a bad idea. How about you, Danielle? What gave you the spark to want to do it?
I wanted to go on this show because I knew there was a pretty big monetary prize, and my dad has cancer, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to try to win some money so that he could seek private treatment, because he has like Medicaid, so he doesn't have a lot of options of what he can do. So it just looked to me like a really good opportunity to maybe get my hands on a large sum of money to help him out.
Yeah, definitely one of the best reasons to be on the show. Next up, we have talking about you guys, which we just saw in the first episode, were the team captains. Now, you had a lot of cool people to choose from on your guys' teams. Like, when you first knew that you were the team and you had to put together these teams, who did you want to have? Who were like your number 1 picks? How did you want it to play out?
Do you want to go first?
Sure, okay. So
Gives me time to think.
I always tried to break it down logically, and I tried to think of what kind of challenges we had ahead of us. So I wanted to find the people that I thought were really strong in areas where I was weak. So I'm pretty weak at video games because I get really motion sick. I mean, when everyone's really nice, you really just got to break it down by, okay, what skills do people seem to have, and what person can I have fill that role?
So how about you, Ivan? Now that you've seen, obviously, what the team looks like, how do you feel about how it all came together?
It's weird too. I really felt like I needed a balanced team as well, and I was completely surprised when they asked me to start it off and initiate everything. Because I just don't like to. I like it when things come together. I don't necessarily like to be a designated official when it comes to leadership type of stuff. So, but what was important to me was just like you, I wanted to have someone who was stronger in skills that I didn't have, and that was what was vital, because I'm not a big math science. Like I was fair in school, but nothing compared to some of the people that were on the show. So I just wanted someone who was better at math and science than me, which is pretty much anybody who was there, and that made the decision easy.
Good times. Awesome for being teammates. What up? And speaking of teammates, Danielle, how did you feel?
I know you and I clicked like right off the bat, though.
Immediately, it's like, I like this guy. We're gonna be friends.
Done and done.
No, but like I mentioned earlier, like everyone can agree to this. Like the cast was just so cool together. Like it was like we're all living together. Like, all right, we're living together. This is probably the coolest thing that's ever gonna happen ever.
Yeah.
Danielle, how did you feel about how like our team was constructed?
Happy with the outcome of it once we all came together, and I'm pretty good at not holding grudges and putting things aside, and I was on a team, damn it.
I got picked, that's what matters. Cool.
It's true, and we were happy to have you, like in every single way,
It's just that it was bizarre when everything played out, just because you couldn't control what
No.
how anything happened, and you only got to pick the one
The
person.
one
that you
person,
picked.
yeah. So it's not like and actually that was what I was most afraid about in the beginning is that we thought that I was like you and I were supposed to pick the entire team.
And
that was terrifying, the concept of doing that, but also kind of worked out as well too because we could plan everything out beforehand.
Right.
But then as soon as it went to the choices for everybody else individually when they dropped that bomb on us, it was like, Danielle, I mean, I had one person I had to pick, and I had to pick one person, you know? So.
Now this, like, marketing for this is all over the place. Like, I've gone into a comic book store and saw, like, my face on the wall. Like, TBS has commercials playing all the time. I'm sure, like, you guys have friends and family that are kind of, like, coming out of the woodwork, like, oh my God!
Yeah.
Well, what has the fanfare kind of been for you guys?
Well, for friends and family, it's been fun. You know, just everyone, you know, has heard about it. Like, I'm getting so many people who, like, I was, like, in kindergarten with, who are like, hey, I haven't talked to you in forever. How you doing? Let's be friends, you know? And it's fun. You know, everyone's kind of being chill about it. Everyone's being super supportive.
Yeah.
And I think it's funny because some people are like, yeah, you've got my vote, you know? And I'm like, well, but...
Thanks for the vote.
Thanks for the vote.
Confidence?
Of confidence.
Okay.
It's not really a voting thing.
Call in or something.
But thanks, dude.
Cool. How about you, Genevieve?
Yeah, everyone's been pretty appreciative. I mean, I have my 3 older brothers, and they're really supportive. They think that it's great. And, you know, I've always been a real family person. I was homeschooled until high school. I don't know if very many people know that. So for me, it's not people coming out of kindergarten. I do have some high school people who are like, but... yeah, I've had a pretty good response so far. Everybody in my family is like excited to watch it.
Cool. And Danielle, have you had like all these comments like, whoa, 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 I think I just saw Trade Chat on TBS?
My comments have been all over the place. I think being a girl in the field of gaming is always a little like controversial, and people kind of always want you to like prove your nerd cred, which I refuse to do. I just couldn't care any less than I already do. But there's been a lot of support, a lot of people from real life who, I mean, everybody's always excited when they see someone they know on TV or something. So everybody in real life is really excited, and everybody on the internet has noticed mixed reactions, but they know about it.
They know about
it. It's really just, again, like, it's so cool to have like this show that puts like nerds in like this positive light. Like, hey guys, this is cool. Like, they didn't put this together just to like kind of point and laugh.
Yeah.
Like, this is a good, healthy show.
And everyone on the cast and crew were all good people. You know, everything that I've ever noticed, no one's ever been mocking or destructive. Everyone's been really in a good place as far as interacting with us.
Yeah. But yeah, so again, thank you guys so much for coming down, and thank you guys for being very supportive of the show so far. And be sure to keep it locked at TBS and watch all 8 episodes of the show. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Now, before we go, like, where can we follow you guys on Twitter? Check out the games and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I have Viv in the Valley, or you can find me on GenevievePearson.com.
Perfect.
And my book is The Song of the Silver Tongue. So if you put that into Amazon or Barnes & Noble,
check it
will
out.
Find it, and it is a lot of fun. You want fun books.
Support.
Fun books. I'm Hydra Lord, Hydra_Lord.
Of course.
On Twitter. And I also, my Facebook page is Ivan Baron Van Norman with 2 R's. So, and the game is actually being kickstarted right now. You guys can get all the hats.
Do I get a
You
hat?
can get your own hat.
I brought your
hat.
Yeah.
And Danielle's hat. It's on Kickstarter right now. Just check it out. We've got about 2 weeks left. The premiere is actually going to be, the Kickstarter release event's going to be at Meltdown Comics on the 26th. Everyone's invited, as long as you're over 21, you know. And yeah, check it out, guys.
The one real rule of game.
One real rule of game is be responsible, comrade.
Yeah, we'll make sure to have all the links below. And Danielle, do you want to, where can we find you?
I'm very accessible on the internet. You can find me at youtube.com/tradechat, youtube.com/randompanzer. On Twitter, I am TradeChat. On Facebook, I'm TradeChat. On YouTube, all my internets are TradeChat.
And again, guys, I'm going to have links in the description.
Yeah.
We'll have an annotation right here-ish for somewhere in this vicinity for TradeChat's channel. So go check her stuff out over with her World of Warcraft. Guys, and again, just from all of us here at Smosh Games and King of the Nerds on TBS, thank you so much for watching. We love you.
Love you.